And it's time for Community Corner. This is where we highlight local organizations doing good. Well, Ashley Whitstein Grimm had to face the unimaginable, losing her 4-year-old son Titus in a tragic accident. And it's why she created the Titus Scott Foundation to help other families facing the unexpected loss of a child. Today, she's sharing Titus's story and how his memory continues to support families through some of life's most difficult moments. Welcome to you, Ashley.
Thank you.
Yes, okay.
Thank you for having me.
So Ashley, I want to begin by talking a bit about Titus, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so share with us, what kind of boy was he?
Yeah, thank you for asking.
Yeah.
Titus was one of the most magnetic little humans I have ever had the pleasure of knowing. He loved superheroes, he loved music, he loved people. He loved people so big. For years after he passed away, I would get messages and emails and calls from people just telling me how he had impacted them and something he had said that was funny or a way that he loved them that made them feel seen.
Beautiful. And when Titus passed, walk us through a bit of that. What was the thing that you learned about the challenges that families face, especially in those first few, days to weeks after losing a child?
Yeah, so Titus passed at 4 years old in a car accident, and I think the thing that surprised me the most that I faced was the decisions that came so quickly after. Within days, having to plan a funeral and choose a cemetery plot and decide how to bury him and if I should cremate him or what I need to do, and how do you plan a memorial service for a 4-year-old, right?
Yes.
What kind of songs would they want? And so those impossible decisions were very surprising to me, and they were very difficult to navigate.
Absolutely. Those are not things that any parent should really have to stop and think about, right? But then all of a sudden life thrusts this upon you, and here you are. As a mom,
Yeah.
I just completely commend you for what you are doing to help families that find themselves in these similar situations. Very, very personally, I actually have a family friend who recently found themselves in a situation such as this, and completely hard to wrap your brain around.
It's life-shattering.
It is
It's
life-shattering.
absolutely life-shattering.
Yes, and then for you to be there and to offer the support that you do is so incredibly immense. So let's talk about the Titus Scott Foundation and the support that you do provide to families while they're going through their most difficult times.
Yeah, so when I first put the wheels into motion for the foundation, I was solely focused on headstone support because Titus laid to rest for almost a year without a headstone due to financial constraints. A stranger on the internet heard our story and offered to pay for his headstone. And it was the most beautiful gift I have ever been given. It didn't fix the pain, it didn't heal anything, he's gone, nothing changes that, but it gave me a place to bring my love.
Absolutely.
And I wanted to do that for other people. And I did it personally for other children in the community, but I wanted to do it on a bigger scale. As I started to build the foundation, I realized that I needed to support parents more holistically and not so much just in the headstone capacity, but I needed to address all of the gaps that the community needs to be aware of as far as how to support bereaved parents.
Okay, and so what is some of the support that you do then? Tell me how you expanded beyond the headstone.
Yes, so in addition to the funeral and burial expenses assistance, we also have a partnership, I guess you would call it like initiative within all of the business owners in the Valley, where we offer practical and compassionate support in the months following loss. So we have childcare providers and landscaping companies and house cleaning companies and meal prep companies and incredible humans that own businesses here in this Valley who want to come around these families. I've also been able to partner with some incredible clinicians who are grief and trauma informed. And I have vetted them, and other professionals, I'm not a professional, but other professionals have vetted them. And we work really hard to offer that emotional and mental support for families as well and cover those costs when they need it.
Oh, that is wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Okay, so people are watching right now. How do you hope that families connect with the foundation right now as they're aware of your journey? And I mean, there are so many stories, unfortunately, that we cover here at a news station that share stories just like yours. So this happens way more often than anyone would ever want. What do you hope that people watching take away from our conversation today?
As far as bereaved parents?
Yeah, bereaving parents, helping your foundation, giving that support, filling that need, being compelled and realizing that they have a role in helping to support these families as well, and that they can make a difference.
Yeah. To the bereaved families, I would say you're not alone. And I just want to give encouragement that one day, I promise, your joy and your grief will learn to coexist. And I just want to offer that hope to people in the community who want to help. Obviously, donations are huge.
Yes.
Finances are incredibly helpful in being able to provide those headstones. Businesses can sponsor a headstone for $5,000. They can do that one time. They can do that annually. But I truly believe that awareness and connection is so much more valuable than just monetary donations. If you want to come around bereaved families and you want to give them compassionate care and support them, not just in the 2-week casserole platitude period of time, but in that long-term grief journey, we want to partner with you. We want to let our bereaved families know that the community cares, because they really do.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Ashley, thank you so much.
Yes.
I'm so sorry for your loss, but I'm so grateful for your bravery and your willingness to be vulnerable and help others. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Where do our viewers go to learn more and they can support, as we just talked about?
You can go to our website. It's www.thetitusscottfoundation.org, or you can find us on Instagram. It's just the Titus Scott Foundation. And yeah, I would love to connect with you. Thank you for letting me share about Titus today.
Absolutely, and thank you so much for coming on and doing what you do. All right, everyone, stick around. More to come here on Idaho Today right after this.